Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. Guys, I hope everything is good wherever you guys are. Guys, I hope you're well. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. Hope you're staying safe. Guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Tim Bradley and some of the comments that he had to say. He says he wants to see Ryan Garcia knock Gervonta Davis out. He said that Gervonta Davis is basically a piece of crap because of what he's done outside, the ring. He goes, I'm not a fan of Tank. Now, I think this stems a lot deeper, and I know that Tim Bradley's basically criticizing Tank for some of the stuff that Tank's done outside the ring, but I think Tank's made some comments about Bradley, and I think Bradley's retaliating and trying to basically put Tank down. Really, some of the, I mean, yeah, you can argue some of the stuff that Tank's done, but again, Bradley, hitting him with a low blow, in the sense putting him down, saying that I want to see Ryan Garcia knock him out. Look, I think Tank Davis is a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I don't think Bradley should be putting him down like that, and especially the fact that I think that it's not. I think he's got beef with Davis because Davis said something about him. Now, in terms of the fight, I think it's a good fight. I think Davis could potentially beat. Brian could potentially beat. I don't see it, but I think Ryan does have a chance. He is taller, he's big, he's strong, he's fast, and who knows, he might be able to hurt Garcia. Hurt Tank. But I don't see it. I think there's a lot of people that want to see Tank lose. There's a lot of people that want to see Garcia lose. I don't think either guy is very liked, to be honest with you. I think Garcia's not liked hugely. I think Tank's not liked. I think both got huge fan bases, but I don't think neither of them are massively liked. And Bradley, you know what? As much as Bradley's done well for himself, I've never kind of forgiven Bradley, and I take everything that he says with a pinch of salt. Some of the stuff that he says, and so I just take it with a pinch of salt, because I always view him as the guy that ducked Amir Khan. I always view him as the guy that ducked Amir Khan for Undisputed. So it's hard for me to take someone like that seriously when he's criticizing people. I don't know what he said about it's got nothing to do with it, but even when he's criticizing Tank about the opposition and he's criticizing others about the competition, Bradley didn't fight Amir Khan. He ducked him for the Undisputed light welterweight championship. So for me, when they were both champions, they both had two belts. Bradley ducked him. He ducked Amir Khan, and that for me tainted his legacy, I think, because I don't see why in that position he would avoid Khan. And then he goes on about giving Errol Spence lectures and giving this guy lectures and giving that guy lectures. Come on, man, it's hard to take Timothy Bradley seriously. And that's why like I said, I've never really been a fan of his. I know a lot of people think he's a warrior. We might be, but I've never been a fan, to be honest, just because of that. I think that for me is hard, because I feel like he never fought Khan because of the fact that he felt that if he gets beat, he won't get the big fights. And you could probably say Khan did the same thing with Brook. But there's a difference. The Brook fight was never for Undisputed. It was never for for a title. But that's not nothing major. But when we're talking about 4 titles, because Khan had 2 belts and Bradley had 2 belts, that would have been for an Undisputed fight. So I don't think Bradley can go around giving these guys lectures and hating on Tank like that. Tank, yeah, he's done some wild things, but at the end of the day, for a professional fighter to say, I want to see Tank get knocked out, I want to see Ryan Garcia knock Tank out. Being a fellow professional fighter, he should just say, "Look, may the best man win." Um, Questioning, come on, man. I honestly like Bradley. He might be a knowledgeable guy. He might know his boxing, but he does really irritate me at times. He can come out with a lot of crap. He might be a knowledgeable guy. He had a good career, good fighter. Just that what he did there kind of for me taints his legacy. Probably because it was a fighter, he ducked a fighter that I was attached to, and also by ducking Khan, I felt like Khan would have won that fight against Bradley, and if Khan had become an undisputed champion, I feel like people would have viewed him differently to what he is. So I think Bradley kind of took away some of Khan's shine in a way, by not letting him and by not giving him that fight. Even though it wouldn't have been Bradley giving him that fight, because they both had two belts, but it would have been a big fight for both, and whoever won that fight would have definitely be seen as a pound for pound fighter. But Bradley just didn't want it. Khan was chasing that fight. So for me, Gervonta Davis beats Ryan Garcia. Going back to Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, Gervonta beats him, and I think Gervonta knocks him out as well. As much as I think Garcia has a chance, I'm not counting Garcia out. It's just that I favor Davis in that fight. I think Davis would knock. I think Davis is he's too explosive for Garcia, and I haven't really seen Tank's. I think Tank's chin is pretty solid, so I don't really see Garcia. Might be wrong though. I might be totally wrong. Maybe Garcia does chin check Davis. Who knows? It might be possible. Sometimes you overlook these things, and maybe Garcia does the business. Who knows? Maybe I might be underplaying Garcia. Garcia's a good fighter. Garcia's a good fighter. He saw against Javier Fortuna. People seem to think that he's going to lose to this guy. He's stepping up, and he manages to find a way. Obviously, Tank's a different level. He's got very powerful. But Garcia at this point, his performances have been all right. Like he had a wobbly fight against Campbell, found a way to get the job done. Then he had Javier Fortuna, got the job done. I mean, you know what? Garcia might be a lot tougher than what people give him credit for. He might be a lot more sturdier than what people give him credit for. But Tank's a different beast as well. Tank's a different animal. Garcia's never been in the ring with Tank. So it's one of them where if Tank, for me, it comes down to when Tank hits Garcia, the reaction, how does he react? But then having said that, Garcia is longer, taller, he is fast. I think he's got quicker hands than Tank. So again, how does Tank react to that? I don't know. It's a very intriguing fight. I don't think it's as one-sided as what people think. I actually think Tank has a good shot in that fight. To be honest, if Tank can, I think Tank shouldn't be overlooked. I don't think Tank should be overlooked, but I think rightfully so. Rightfully so. I think rightfully so. I think Tank is the big favorite in that fight, and I think he's right. And I think he's the right favorite because I think when you look at it stylistically, and you just think if Tank hits Ryan Garcia, it could be that. And that's why I favor Gervonta. I just think Gervonta's power, and I think Gervonta's a better boxer than he gets credit for. I think that might be the difference. But then, like I said, who knows? Who knows, man? Maybe Ryan could pull out a rabbit out of the hat. Like I said, maybe Ryan's being underestimated. Maybe Ryan's toughness is being underestimated because of people thinking that he's not really a warrior. But we don't know. We don't know that. Or Ryan Garcia might surprise us all. I think that's such a good fight. I think it's a proper fight. Generally, I really like that fight. I really want to see that fight. But I'm not convinced it's going to happen. I'm not convinced it's going to happen. Is it going to happen? Probably not. They're probably not going to make it because I didn't. Oscar De La Hoya said if he doesn't get made by today, that he's moving on. I swear Oscar said that. So has he got a contract back? What's going on? Like we've been hearing about this fight for about 2 years now. 2-3 years where it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not happened. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just think it's these big fights, they don't really deliver. They don't really deliver, and they happen when boxing's become crap in that sense that, there's fights that we really want that would be considered super fights, and we just never get them. We just never get them. We're waiting and waiting and waiting, and we generally get them when a guy's been beat or when one guy's washed up or, when nobody really, like right now, people want to see Tank v Garcia, but it doesn't look like they're going to give it anytime soon. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Tim Bradley's comments. I think Bradley, yeah. What do you guys make of Bradley? Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.